It's week 4 of the 2024 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Steelers and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back. But he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. First carry for Najee Harris. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Opening carry of the game for Cordarrelle Patterson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through it and drop it for an 8-yard loss.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game, and gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts heading out for the first time behind their 22-year-old quarterback in his second season now in the NFL, Anthony Richardson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 77 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Richardson out of the shotgun. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. The Colts had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now Richardson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taking it about the 16. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Steeler defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. And this taken in by Downs. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now it's Richardson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Richardson looking to throw this. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now it's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll try to right side with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise the pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you walk the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. That one finds Pierce right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2nd and a couple. Here's Richardson to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to the air with Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. Richardson. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. A final shot before the half. Richardson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Cooper Rush, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Wilson. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start with the option. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On the option to give to Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. That complete to Downs. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Richardson looking to throw. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Harris. Taken down at the 42.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Play action. It's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Richardson looking to throw this. This one finds Pierce on the out route, and he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. The Colts on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Richardson out of the shotgun, working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Back to throw. Richardson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Quick slant caught by Pierce. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now this taken in by Downs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Again, it's Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the option left, Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Richardson will throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Harris. And this defense rejuvenated apparently as they drop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game, they get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Now Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Fights off the defender. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Richardson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce from 19 yards away. And the Colts have taken a fourth quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now Wilson. He's got Pickens complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Wilson. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. So Richardson and the Colts now down 27-24. A little over 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Richardson. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to potentially send us to overtime. Gay's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Harris. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, it's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Steelers have won the game. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Steelers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.